whatever their reasoning is. And they may have taken my channel down, but they didn't touch me. I'm still here. And, people are going to call that, all the trolls are going to say he's narcissistic and all that other stuff. Okay, sure, right. What they don't know, are a lot of things about me. Look up my music channel on Spotify, Chris McDonough. Now, there's another guy that's playing with me, but, I have like 3 albums out.
You do?
Yeah, sure. Go look it up.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, do a Google search, Chris McDonough, do English Garden.
Okay, hold on. I'll drop it in the chat. How interesting.
Yeah. This is one side of me that nobody knows, because I don't go around bragging about it.
Right.
Like I keep getting accused of. But you can listen to my music on Spotify, it's on every platform out there.
We have a musician up here and no one ever knew.
I've been playing guitar since 1972.
Nice.
And that's my outlet. Okay. So English Garden, and there's some other guy named Chris McDonough, but he's not me. That guy's not me. But we're kind of the algorithm connected us together for some reason. But my album is English Garden, and the other one is His Eyes. And His Eyes is a song I wrote about the Savior. And you see that everybody jumps to these crazy conclusions when they don't even know who I am, because I'm not out there jumping all over these things, right?
Right.
And because I don't have to. I came into this game not by choice, and we all know who brought me into it, and he's a dear friend, and as we all talk about it, that was not my intention. And then all of a sudden, everything, and by the way, if you really want to drive Benny and all these other people crazy, spend 99 cents on my music. Go over these charts, and I'll be back here in a couple minutes, okay?
When we come back, what will the voice stress exam reveal? It is 4 p.m. Thursday, January 22nd, 1998, and 14-year-old Michael Crowe of Escondido, California, is in the midst of a 4-hour interrogation at police headquarters without an attorney or his parents present. His younger sister Stephanie was found murdered at home the day before, and investigators suspect Michael may be involved. He has just completed a voice stress exam. Yes. Now, Detective Chris McDonough returns with the results.
What did you think? What were your thoughts through the whole thing?
I don't know. Nervous.
Nervous? Okay, let's go over that. What were you nervous about?
I don't know, that it might be wrong.
Okay, in what way?
It might say I did kill Stephanie.
Okay, and why would it say that?
I don't know, because everyone's already treating me like that.
And I can understand your feelings there, okay? I mean, you're 14 and you've been through a lot, okay? But this instrument doesn't know you, does it?
No.
Science is in our favor. Okay, technology's on our side. Okay? I mean, can you understand that?
The detective shows Michael the charts of his performance on the so-called truth exam. They indicate he lied when he answered no to question 12, do you know who took Stephanie's life?
Maybe there's something we need to understand about Michael and about your sister that we didn't understand, and maybe somebody could have helped. It's okay. It's okay to feel the way you feel.
I really,
Okay,
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know why I'd say that. I swear to God, I don't know.
But the police think they know. Their theory on this second day of the investigation is that a very smart, very lonely, and very angry Michael Crowe stabbed his sister to death. His likely motive, a rage-fueled case of sibling rivalry.
I'm looking at you right now, okay, and inside you're about ready to burst. We can't bring her back. She's gone. Okay? You're fighting it. You're
I don't know what to do anymore.
I understand.
Now I'm being told that I'm lying.
I'm not saying, Michael, I'm not saying that. Have you heard me say that? What if they come back and say to you, Michael, we have your hair?
While the search for truth is at the heart of the interrogation process, the police are not required to tell the truth.
They can use false polygraph lie detector test results to say your polygraph showed you were guilty when that was not the case. And this is all considered legitimate interrogation tactics.
As far as I'm concerned, there are no rules with homicide. No rules. You have to stay within the law. You have to be aware that people have rights, but there are no rules. And yes, we can use deception.
I think many of the American public would be surprised and shocked by this. They're allowed to lie to their suspect. Courts have allowed them to lie.
They say, Michael, we have your hair in her hand. And all of a sudden, you go, now what? I mean, what are you going to do at that point? I mean,
At that point, I would have to completely blanked out and did it without knowing it. Because I don't know.
Okay. Hypothetically. Could that have happened?
No, not that I know of.
Not that you know of.
Like I said, I would have to be completely unaware of it.
Okay. Have you ever blacked out before?
No, never.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you.
If I knew who did it, you would know. Everyone would know right now.
Okay, why?
Because whoever did it, if I ever find out, I'll hate them forever. I loved her. I loved her deeply.
Soon after, Michael Crowe once again is left alone.
The next thing is to convince the person that their situation is hopeless.
They can say that there was evidence found at the scene of the crime, blood, semen, whatever, that points to the suspect.
Now, Ralph Clater, the lead detective on this homicide case, an investigator with 23 years of experience, returns with his tough, less patient style and more false evidence.
You know there was a lot of blood. It's very difficult. It's very difficult. You need to stay with me, Michael. It's very difficult for the person who did it not to get blood on them.
Yeah.
Okay? And not to transfer that blood to other parts of the house.
Yeah.
We found blood in your room already.
God.
You're talking to a 14-year-old kid. Wasn't it possible that the blood did turn up in the room? What is that telling the kid? I better confess to this.
We use processes called.
Where'd you find it?
Pardon me?
Where'd you find the blood?
I'm sure you know.
What? God, I don't know. I didn't do it. Don't swear to that.
Does that mean you can't tell me about the knife?
What are we talking about?
Okay.
God. What are we talking about?
You're 14?
Yes.
You got your whole life ahead of you, don't you?
Yeah.
At that point, he's being, accused of the unthinkable. He's being accused of murdering his own sister. And he's insisting, look, I didn't do it. But they wouldn't take no for an answer.
God. Oh, God. God. Why?
You tell me.
Why are you doing this to me? If I did this, I don't remember it. I don't remember a thing.
And you know what? That's possible.
Like many boys his age, 14-year-old Michael Crowe spent much of his free time playing video games. Very often, perhaps too often, he was alone in his room, absorbed by the violent imagery. On Friday, January 23, 1998, Michael Crowe once again enters the all-too-real world of a murder investigation where he is seen as the demon. With advice from a psychologist, detectives Ralph Clader and Mark Risley confront their teenage suspect with the theory that there may be two Michaels. And now they need the good Michael to help them expose the bad one.
You're a child. You're 14 years old. Nobody's going to hold you to the same standards that they would some criminal on the street. Okay? You're going to need some help through this.
One way to get this help, detectives suggest, is for Michael to write a letter to his dead sister asking for her forgiveness.
Outstanding tool. I never used the letter, but I have used other emotional tools.
Tools like this one that tend to ease a suspect's burden of guilt. Left alone in the interrogation room for the next 24 minutes, here is some of what Michael Crowe writes to the sister the police believe he killed. Dear Stephanie, they are putting me through hell, and I think that's what I deserve. If I did do this, then I am insane. The only way I know I did is because they told me I did. I want you to know that I was not myself when I did this. When detectives Clader and Risley return, they focus on the words in Michael's letter that, for the very first time, speak of his guilt. They push him for details of the killing, asking him which parts of his sister's body he might have stabbed in order to kill her.
God. Go on. It's a blessing that I can't remember. Please don't make me.
But making Michael remember is exactly what investigators are here to do. They tell him he faces two paths. If he doesn't talk and the case against him is made without his help, he'll go to jail. But if he does provide details, he can expect help in return.
And you have my personal guarantee that the help you need to accept this is going to be forthcoming. That is what the system is geared for.
I want to go down that path.
No. Cut it out, Mike. Cut it out.
God.
The reason I'm sounding impatient, Mike, is the 11th hour is rapidly approaching. All this evidence is going to be in. You put a rush on some things that, quite frankly, is going to bury you, my friend. And you need to head that off at the pass. You need to take the step over here first before you're hit with this avalanche.
But at this point, the police do not have any such avalanche of evidence. They're bluffing Michael, and he falls for it.
Like, I have this overwhelming feeling that I killed her, but...
Okay, let's hear. Let me hear about it.
I don't know why I feel that way.
Let me hear about it.
The pressure to get him to talk is working, yet he insists that the only details he can give them are ones he'll have to make up.
But it won't, I'll lie. I'll have to make it up.
What's the story, Michael?
That night, I'm tired. I couldn't take it anymore, okay? So, I went and got a knife. Went to the room. And I stabbed her.
How many times did you stab her?
In the eye 3 times.
The autopsy report has already shown that Stephanie Crowe was stabbed 8 times.
I told you
Well, tell me what the
lie.
truth is.
The only reason I'm trying to lie here is because you presented me with 2 paths. One, I am just definitely afraid of. I'd rather die than go to jail.
Okay. Where'd you get the knife?
I don't know what I did.
What did you do with the knife afterwards?
I don't know what I do with the knife.
Give me some of these details.
I don't have...
Not your hollow lying.
The questioning is now in its 4th hour, but what happens in the next few minutes will prove to be more critical than anything Michael has said so far. The teenager accepts the detective's offer to end the day's session and be taken back to the children's shelter, where he's been staying since his sister's murder 2 days before. While the camera continues to record the empty room, Michael exits with the detectives, who continue talking with him elsewhere in the station house. They tell Michael he is under arrest for killing his sister. According to police, Michael responds flatly, "I thought so. I really didn't like her anyway." But he and his father insist there's a whole other side to the story.
They took him off camera. He wanted to see us, and what they told him was that your parents, know that you murdered their daughter, and they don't want to have nothing to do with you no more. They hate you. We're the only ones that you have now. They brought him back on camera, and his demeanor changed.
He seems much calmer, almost relieved, and much more forthcoming.
Because now Michael's trying to please the only people he thinks he has left.
Yeah, she loves me. She made me feel worthless.
For the first time, the 14-year-old reveals resentment toward his parents and the favoritism they showed the victim, his younger sister Stephanie.
And she was like a threat to me.
Jill, can you blow that up? So what we want you to do is just kind of get a sense for, I lost myself in nature once, and that blank will happen again. If this is not him, man, whoever is doing this, we'll nail that guy. Just go, meaning, that's horrible.